Good morning, everybody. I hope y'all are having a great start to the week. It's been a couple of weeks since we had an update. I was out of town last week. I was in Oklahoma City with my grandparents. And so I got to spend some time with them. I very much appreciate everybody's understanding with me being gone. There was a little bit of a delay on shipping orders. All of those have gone out now. All of the quilts I'm working on picking up. If for some reason you reached out to me about a quilt and I let you know I was going to be out of town and you haven't heard from me, let me know. I know I've got scheduled 4 to pick up. Actually, I picked up 1 yesterday and I've got 1 more to pick up today and 2 tomorrow. So my time is starting to kind of fill up, and I suspect the closer we get to Christmas, the more that's going to happen. So if you've got quilts for me, make sure that you let me know so that I can kind of gauge where I am on my turnaround time. Right now, I'm still trying to keep it under a week. It might be a little bit longer. I do have a show next week, which we'll talk about it in a minute. So, y'all know that my family always comes first. This has been in the works for a year. My mom and dad and my aunt and her husband all took a trip, which they very much deserve. And so I went and kind of just checked in on everybody and made sure that everything was good. And so, but it was a really good time. Heard stories I've never heard before. Um, Found out more about when they were growing up and things like that. And that's always fun and interesting for me to hear. I get kind of sentimental about certain things. And so that was just something fun for me. Um, we did have a little bit of a hiccup, but we got it taken care of. And I came home on Saturday. So yesterday I kind of spent all day regrouping, trying to get caught up on adding inventory. I've got a couple of items that I still need to add in. Most everything has been updated. A lot of it was restock, and a lot of it is, or some of it is new stuff. And I've got more new stuff coming in today and all that kind of stuff. So, upcoming events. Next Tuesday will be October 1st, and that is when we're going to start our sew along. So, we're going to do the postage stamp quilt. I've talked about it a little bit before. Um, you can use the fusible grid from Ten Sisters is going to make it so much easier. But we're going to walk through each step. If you've never used it, I'm going to show you how to use it. And so we'll talk a little bit more about that as we kick off next week. I think I'm going to keep it a separate video. I think I'm going to still do our updates like I'm doing now, show you what's new, tell you what's coming up, that kind of thing. But because I'm posting this sew along across 3 different platforms, I kind of want to keep it separated. And then that way, if somebody decides to join us down the road, they can go back and it's not muddled by our weekly updates. So in the past, I've kind of kept them as one video, but I really think I'm going to separate the two this time. You can join me here on Facebook or here on YouTube. I'm posting these videos to both now. And then also on Patreon. So I'm going to be posting the videos across all 3 platforms. And so you can join us on any of those. Patreon is a paid site, but you can join for free and add a free account. I will make sure that these videos are posted to where anybody can see them. So that is an option as well. If you don't like Facebook, if you're trying to take a break from Facebook, anything like that. And of course, YouTube is free. Next week, we also have the Threads of Texas Quilt Show in Stephenville. It's October 4th and 5th. It is at the Valley Grove Baptist Church on Highway 281. I will be posting specifics about this. In case you're not familiar with the area, I'll be posting the actual address, the times, all that kind of stuff. We open at 9 both mornings. Friday, we close at 5. On Saturday, we do close at 4 o'clock to give us an extra hour to get everything torn down. Typically, we have to be out by a certain time, and a lot of the shows will close an hour early on Saturday just so that we can have that extra hour to tear everything down and boxed up and out of the way. Especially this is being a church. They have church the next morning, I'm sure. and I don't know what has to be set up between now and then. But again, I will post the specific details, all of that information I just gave you, plus the actual address in the next few days on probably several, at least on the Facebook page. So we've gotten quite a few new items in the shop. Some boxes came in just before I left. I didn't have time to get them entered into the system. Some of it was restocked. Some of it was new. Like I said, I've still got a couple of items that I need to get in. They were brand new. And so I have to go and download the pictures and post them and all that kind of stuff. So the restock items were a whole lot easier. Couple more boxes came in from Moda while I was gone. That is new inventory. Thankfully, my husband was home and able to grab them for me. We order fabrics 6 months out and try to guess what y'all going to buy. But I've already ordered fabric through March. And next week, probably, I will get my next catalog, which will be April, May, and June. So that's always fun to try to do, but I have no control over when they ship it and don't even know it's coming until they send me a shipping notification. So, thankfully, last week my husband was home and I have a great neighbor who will come over and grab things and put them in the house if I need him to. But yeah, that always makes it kind of fun when things are shipped and you're not home. So I did grab a couple of the new items to share with you just really quickly. And so here we go. So this is the Kansas Troubles Backgrounds collection. They're releasing 2 collections this fall. This is all backgrounds. And then they have another one that's called, I believe, Daisy Lane. I did not order that one. This is a new direction for me a little bit. I typically do Bright and Happy, which you'll see in a minute. But I do have several customers who really like the Kansas Troubles, the more darker fabrics, things like that. So I am trying to test the market and see if enough of my customers like this kind of thing for me to justify ordering it in the future. I do have some of their stuff, I believe, ordered to come in the spring. So, but this is, everybody can use backgrounds, right? So this is all backgrounds. It is all creams. You can see here, it's all creams, kind of beigey colors. So, but it is from Kansas Troubles. And I only ordered layer cakes. And one of these has already sold, so I have 3 left. So if you want one of these, make sure that you get it ordered. They are live on the website. Again, I have 3 left. The next one, which is more in my wheelhouse, is the Color Me Crayons pattern. I am actually making kit with this. So I will have 2 kits available. Out of 2 patterns, I'll have 2 kits. It uses a jelly roll. If you liked, this is me and my sister fabric line. If you liked On the Bright Side, this is their follow-up and it's very similar. So if those bright colors appealed to you, I have a couple of jelly rolls available, and then the other 2 are going to go in the kit. I also have the white on white that does go with this. And then, so your kit will come with the jelly roll, the amount of background fabric that you need, as well as binding. So, but I will have 2 kits of this Color Me crayons, which looks like it should go together pretty quickly. So again, it comes with the jelly roll. It comes with just over 2 2.2 yards of the background color of background fabric, and then also your binding. I do not include backing because everybody tends to want something different. And I did not order any of the prints. I only ordered the white on white on the bolt. So, but you can easily find it somewhere. It is releasing and shipping now. I was actually in a shop in Oklahoma City that already had some. Then I had a customer request, Robin Pickens. Then she's done a couple of the seasonal cross stitch patterns, and so she asked me to order the next one. So I went ahead and ordered spring and summer. So these have the little birds on them. They're really, really cute. I have one of these left. I ordered 2 of each. I have one left because she did want both of them. So I have those on hold for her. But these are cross stitch patterns, and again, it's a great time to start this now so that it's ready for spring and you're ready for summer. You can frame these, you can put these in on a pillow, on a whatever you want to do. And if you just wanted to take a piece of it, like if you wanted to just take this little flower right here and make a small little pincushion or pincushion or pillow, you could absolutely do that. So you don't have to do this whole thing. But these are both really, really cute. So I think that's all that I had for y'all today. I'm going to try to start making these pretty quick and just showcase a couple of items. I will be back next week. And then again, I think I'll have 2 different videos released next week. One will be our update and one will be our sew along video. If you would like to order Fusible Grid, now is the time to do that so that you have it ready before next week. Next week, when we start, we're going to focus on cutting our squares, but you need to decide what size you want to cut them. So I have I have a 2-inch finished, which means 2.5-inch squares, a 1.5-inch finished, a 1-inch finished, and a 1/2-inch finished. But I don't recommend that necessarily for the postage stamp quilt. That's more for other projects where you're going to use like a 3-inch square, a 4-inch square. That way the grid is a little bit more versatile for that. But if I would recommend supposedly the 2-inch, the 1.5, 2-inch grid, 1.5-inch finished is typically the size that traditionally was postage stamp quilts. That's the size that I'm doing. I would recommend doing either the 2 or the 2.5-inch grid. You could do the 1.5-inch and end up with 1-inch finished. That's totally up to you. But if you want to order grid, they come in panels. And so I think I posted last week or maybe 2 weeks ago how many grids you need of what size to make a certain size quilt. I will try to repost that chart later this week just so that you have that fresh in your mind and you can determine how many panels you need to order. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me and I will get back with you just as soon as I can. I am home and around this week, so I'm trying to knock out as much as I can. Monday, I will work on getting everything ready to shoot those 2 videos as well as loading up for market. Monday, I really hit hard, not market. Sorry, market's not till the end of October. Loading up for the show. So I'm hoping to see some of you there. If you're in the Waco area, it's about an hour and a half up there. There are some really good vendors going to be there. Home a la Mode, Sandy's Quilt Shop, and Tana Muller. She has some different techniques. She has the crayon technique where you color and you blend it. She also has a new applique technique, I believe, that I have not seen yet. But they're going to be there as well as some other people. So the list looks pretty good. Hopefully we have a great show. And I hope to see you all there. Y'all have a great day. And I will see you next week. Bye.